You too. Crazy work.
Yo, that's crazy work.
Who this nigga on that name?
It's just me, baby. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag TV, man. If you don't get your goof ass in here and hit that. All right, man. Look like we getting closer and closer. Canelo Alvarez turns Bud Crawford. Listen, man, I think it's good for boxing. I'm going to continue to stand on my square. When I tell you I don't believe it's a great fight for Bud Crawford, but if he wants that smoke, I think it's great for the sport. Is there a bigger fight than Canelo versus Terrence Crawford? I'm not so sure. This could potentially be the biggest fight in boxing and something that can probably compete with the numbers of a Tank Davis and a Ryan Garcia. Big facts. In my opinion, I think it's that big. And when you really look at it for Canelo Alvarez, when you look around and you see he's done business with in recent years previously, even the supposed 3-fight deal he had with PBC, which I'm not even sure that got fulfilled. Bruh. The well is running a little dry, right? Because you got Canelo Alvarez, who's demanding north of 30 million per fight, 35 million per fight. Who's going to continue to come up with that kind of money for the Belanger type fighters, right? I've seen a lot of interest in Billy fight, but who's going to be willing to put that kind of money up?
Hey,
even
bro,
with PBC,
come on now, dog.
They had to enlist the help of other promoters in order to fulfill that fight, or to fulfill his last fight and get the bread for that fight, right? So if you're Canelo Alvarez, you're looking at these paydays that Turkey Al Sheik's giving out. Now, I think when asked, Canelo said something about 100 million for Crawford. I know it was like 150 to 200 million for David Benavidez, maybe 100 million for Crawford. But I think if he's playing in that range of 60 to 75 million for Canelo Alvarez to fight Terrence Crawford, I think he takes it, right? Again, I think the options for Canelo Alvarez right now, and especially with 68, he's pretty much ran through 68, the opponents that actually have names that could help draw more eyeballs to the sport, is just not really there. All right. So you have to, if you're Canelo Alvarez, say, all right, well, what is Turkey Al Sheik talking about? So it appears he's extremely open for negotiations. And according to Sway's Universe, shout out Sway's Universe, Canelo had this to say, listen, quote, I am in. Why not? Don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter, speaking about Crawford. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. It's easy money. If the money is right, I'm in, because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he moves a lot. And the fight wouldn't be that great. I saw him in his last performance, and he don't move as much now. So if the money's right, I'm in right now. There are weight classes for a reason. Quote from Canelo Alvarez. And so it goes to show you he's paid attention to Crawford in his last fight versus Madrimov, which a lot of people felt like Madrimov gave Crawford a little bit of issues, right? It wasn't the classic Crawford that you've gotten used to delivering a KO. Matter of fact, I think this ends the either 12 or 13 knockout streak Crawford was on. And listen, he was in a higher weight class at 54, right? And with an extremely tough opponent who changed up a little bit too to give Crawford a different look than what we was used to from Madrimov, and he made that fight difficult. So maybe Canelo sees some chinks in the armor, and now, he's in, right? So for me, this is screaming, all right, Turk, ain't nobody else got no bread. You got the big bread. I'm ready to deal with you. What's up with this Crawford fight? So I wouldn't be surprised if they actually announced this fight, maybe for Cinco de Mayo, right? You got to cash in on the Mexican Independence Day. So definitely want to know your thoughts about that. Does this fight get done? And if so, who you got? So all I got for y'all on this one, man. Big T.O. Heavy Bag. I'm out of here. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.